Welcome back everyone to yet again another part in my grounded walkthrough of The Last of Us Remastered. This is part 7, which is Bill's Town Chapter 4, continuation. And once you jump out of the church into this cemetery, and we're going to get this massive area filled with infected.
You guys hear that?
So what you want to do is come up to this gate here, and then just stop there, because there'll be a clicker that walks right past it. There it is right there, as you can see.
On your right.
Thanks, Bill, for letting me know by yelling it to the clicker 2 feet away. But once he does that, let the clicker come forward again, go around, and then he'll go to the left there. Once you see him work his way to the left side, you're to go in and make your way to the right. Remember to go slow with clickers, but when you're far enough away from them, you can go a bit faster. And that's what I want you to do until you get closer to this clicker. Once this clicker starts to go away from this gateway, slow down, and then you want to go to it. Now come down these stairs and rest at the bottom of the stairs and wait for that clicker to go past. And once they begin to make their way past you, go down to the dirt, and then just wait there. What the clicker's going to do is it's going to go into that little area and then turn around and go back out. Then just go right around this area, and that's another 2 clickers down. Now there's one more section here with 2 more clickers. Now what we want to do is not get heard from either of them and get out of that area. Now to do that, the best way I find is to just go along here, go to the right. Make sure you go nice and quietly though.
Locked. Hold up. I got a key for that, Jake. I suggest we move quietly. Easy, easy.
So in this area here, I crossfaded again because I accidentally got seen by the annoying AI enemies. So what happened was I tried to stealth those 2 there. You stealth one, it's so good, but if you try to stealth the other, for some reason, instead of stealthing them, Joel decides to throw them down to the floor and bash their head in, which gets the attention of all the other infected, which is not very nice. So instead of that, skip them entirely, go to the left, take down this enemy. Now for some reason, when you stealth kill him though, I don't know why again, instead of stealth killing, he decides to bash his head in. None of the other infected here, thankfully. So take him out. And what you want to do is keep going down this road here. Now there are a couple of buildings, or a building or 2 you can go on up the hill. However, there's not much in them, so I choose to ignore them. But if you don't want to ignore them, go ahead, enter them, do whatever you want. But for time's sake, and knowing that I don't need the equipment in there, that it won't help me much, I'm deciding to ignore it instead of having that hassle. So what you want to do is wait till this area is clear, and instead of dealing with any of the affected, go straight through to the left. They're going to get in my way, which caused me a bit of an alarm, but it's all good.
This way.
And once you get through here, you're safe.
It's tied on the other side.
You'll try to open the door,
What about
but
going through
it
here?
won't work, so you have to
The doggy door?
open the doggy door so Ellie can get through.
Very careful.
Of course.
Maybe you should have given her a gun.
Okay, Bill.
There's more of those clicker things inside the house.
Oh, shit. They ain't seen us yet. You stay down.
Careful.
So for this whole section, just be quiet, take your time, and just stealth through the house. There isn't much in it, however once you get to here, there are a couple of parts right there you can pick up. Otherwise there's not very much you can get.
Come on, let's get up. On the RV and over.
Come up here and make your way over the RV.
Who the hell left us here?
Now their dialogue prompt is when you know you're okay.
No. Although I got some idea who might have come through here. School's on the other side of this house. Let's get inside.
Come on, Ellie.
So make sure you look around this house first. There's a couple of things you can pick up, as you just saw. And just take your time going through the rooms. As you can see now, I've got enough to make 2 of either medical kits or a Molotov cocktail, which is awesome.
Hey,
There's also a collectible.
got a second?
Now, Ellie, there's a bit of a optional conversation you can have. I'm going to ignore it, but you may do so if you wish. If not, come over here, pick up your arrow, and then get ready for the next section of Infected, which is the school.
What'd I tell you? There's that truck sticking out of the school right there. There's a bunch of them up there. Try not to make a sound.
Now I crossfaded here, and what you want to do is come around this car here, and see that wall over there? You want to go straight for that wall. Don't worry so much about that infected there. They don't normally see you, but if you're cautious, wait till they turn around and walk up quickly. The first infected we want to take out in this section is that one right there, up the driveway. So once we're ready, we're going to walk up to them. Be careful again of when they stop and do that crazy sort of dance, because that means they're going to listen more and they're more alert. But when they're walking, just quickly stealth take them out. That should not be a problem. Then after you've done that, make your way around this police car and that school bus ahead of you. After they turn that way, quickly run on over to them. And once they're in your triangle, press it, choke them to death. That infected over there at the back will not see you. Okay, that's 2 down, a couple more to go. What we wanted to do was come around this bus again and get that other infected we just saw. So there they are, just there. And what we wanted was wait until they turn a bit there to the left. And once they do, we can just go right up to them. Be mindful again of when they pause. Once you get close, give them a strangle. Now it's important to note after this one, there's one left that we can stealth. And then there's one more on the other side of a barbed wire fence that we can't get unless we alert them. Now you want to alert them first, because if you don't and you wait to another section, it's scripted that once you go closer to the school, a whole bunch of infected would just run out and grab at you. So we want to limit the amount of infected we have to deal with there by eliminating as many as we can here. So, just stealth take down this last infected right here that you can. And once you've done that, go on over behind you where the barbed wire fence is, and then just stand up, press L2 to sprint around, wait till you've got its attention, and it will come over for you. there is a second infected that I did not see, so keep in mind of that. But just take down one, and then wait to take down the other when you can. And what's good to try and do is let Bill take them down. Because eventually Bill can take down infected, but it does a sloppy job at it. Takes him a long time, but if he keeps slashing them with his knife or machete, he will be able to get them like that. Now when he grabbed me there, it was very lucky that it didn't count as a hit, because of this such of a quick interception by Bill, so thanks Bill. But you just have to be mindful in case that does hit you. So once you've cleared them out, again apologies that there were two not one, you will have to go through here. Now it's best to get them, like I said, before you go through here, because that means you'll just have two less to worry about when all of this horde comes at you. So what I'm going to do, I'm just preparing myself for what I'm going to do by making another Molotov cocktail, because I'll be using one in this section to get rid of an infected or two. Now to do this section, it's very similar to the museum, where you want to spread them out. Hopefully Bill can take down one or distract a couple while you melee one or two at the same time. So for example right here, I can take down one before any of the rest are here, and then just keep going and running around, wait till they spread out. You have to remember how long it takes to melee. So in this section here, I'm going to throw a Molotov. Unfortunately it only gets one of them. However, if you keep running around the area where the Molotov cocktail is, other infected walk around it, and as you see, it burnt another two infected. So actually it hit 3 infected, which is awesome. Luckily I saw that guy before it was too late, and gave him a bit of a kick and a punch.
Well, that was easier than I thought it'd be. They must be holed up.
That is it.
Well,
So once you're done with that, that's that section
how do
done.
we get inside?
As you saw, I did not get hit. I did, however, consume all of my remaining duration from my lead pipe, but that's alright. There was only 2 or 3 hits anyway. And I did use one Molotov, which is alright, because like I said, I had enough material to craft another, and I still have enough to craft another if I want to. But I'm not going to at the moment.
Someone left a ladder on the bus. Here, get me up there and I'll drop
As you can see by that, I still have quite a number of material left as well. Now all we have to do is just continue on with this bit. Ellie will climb up and pull down the ladder for you, so let her do that. Now when you get up the ladder, best thing to do is just hold L2 and run around the building to the window. Infected will come running and you have to sort of escape them, but if you're at the window, by the time they're even there or even anywhere near you, you've done that bit already. So it's not a problem or an issue in the slightest. So hop on over the bus, jump down, and like I said, run around this outside of the building. See, by the time the queue for them to run in is, you're already at the spot where it's just an animation and then a cutscene. So you're all good.
That's not gonna hold.
We'll make it fast. Grab this. Please tell me you're done.
It's empty.
What?
Fucking empty.
Guys!
Bill, where to? Bill, where?
Anywhere but here.
Give me the whole ass. Come on. They're broken.
Now I love how the idea of hauling ass is to just close the door, and then we sneak.
You too.
Not much of running for your life. But anyway, in this section here, there'll be 2 clickers and a couple of runners we have to handle. But it's no problem, it's quite simple. And this is one of the first sections in the game where I actually use a couple of my ammunition. I also count bows as ammunition, or arrows rather. So do you want to just hide behind there until that infected goes past, run up, go and choke them to death? Once you've handled them, we're going to be going for this clicker just there. And to get this clicker, we are actually going to use part of our shiv for the first time. This will be the first shiv kill that we get in the game. And remember, because we picked up that manual, we'll still have half of a shiv. So here we go, just take your time, go slow, and take him out. Once you do that, get over here behind this desk. And what I do is I swap out for the bottle, and then I throw the bottle out over here. And that's just to get the attention of the clicker out of that schoolroom, the classroom. So get him out, use a bow.
Just like that.
Once you do that, go over to the clicker's body, and if you're lucky, you might get an arrow back, like I did, thankfully. And now the next infected we're going to kill is this one here in the corridor. So come around that little desk area, and eventually you can get it. Now this one did see me, as you saw. As I went to triangle it, it did see me. But it was not a problem, because it only got the attention of one more that was upstairs, which we can just punch out with our fists. And that's exactly what you want to do.
Down the hall. I bet we can cut through those classrooms.
So that isn't a problem.
There's a way through. You gotta get past those guys.
Once you get into this section, there'll be one clicker and two runners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my bow and take out the clicker with it, and then just combo hand-to-hand the runners. So there's the first hit, the second, and then, now the runners have saw me, I'm just going to run out. And now, I just punch them out. I'm waiting till Bill gets out of the way so I can punch him. And there we go. So it wasn't bad there, I still have a lot of ammo. I only used a couple of arrows. Sadly though, they both broke on impact, which means I don't get any back, so I only have one left at the time. But that is no worries. That is a-okay. Okay, once you leave this room, there will be 3 more runners, and then this section is done.
Down this hallway. Stay right on my ass!
Now with these last two, make sure they're spread out before you go and attack one, otherwise, again, it can take a while to melee one to death. And wait till it's safe to take one out. So for example, just here when Bill gets out of the way so I can actually punch him, this one will be safe to take out. And I didn't realise at the time, but Bill had apparently actually shot and killed the other infected, which is awesome. That's what you want him to do, but it's actually pretty surprising when he does it. Awesome, now that that's done, pick up your brick or bottle if that's what you want. Make sure you collect anything you can, and then just head on. Now, like I said, so I've used 5 arrows in this section, and part of my shiv. That's really it. Fortunately, I get an arrow back, so which means I only used 4 arrows, which is awesome. That's fine. But for now, I'm just going to swap out to a shotty for this next section, which you don't really need a shotgun, but you may need to just in case.
All right, ready?
So I swap it out. And that's going to be it for part 7. Thank you so much for watching. Part 8 should come out soon, and we'll be seeing our first bloater.
This ain't gonna hold it for long. That don't sound good.